Hey guys, it's Psycho Sibs Gaming back with another video, and today we are going to go over the brand new world record that I just set. That's right guys, official world record. Go check it out on speedrun.com. It's right there. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, Baron-Palooza, single player world record. So in this video, I'm going to explain the speedrun. I'm going to explain the strategies that I used and kind of give a guide to go through this Baron-Palooza quest. And as you'll see, I'm going to show you why this is not your normal quest run through. And if you guys like these speedrunning videos, make sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment below telling me what quest I should speedrun next. Otherwise, let's get into this. Alright, so starting off, the way this run works is as soon as you press X to start talking with Corny Corn, the run begins. So this is before this little cutscene here, but as you can see, kick it off. I start recording on the time on my watch, and we're going to get into this. So essentially, what we're going to do first is I'm running an upgrade called Escape Routes, which allows my pea shooter to move faster whenever I get a kill. So you see there, we get that quick kill, speed up a little bit. That's going to save us about a second or two. This cutscene is skippable. We'll go ahead and press X. So essentially, Baron Von Bats here, he has the same movement pattern every time. Once you pop in, he's going to spawn right in front of you. You can hop into the Gatling right off the bat, fire as many bullets into him as possible, and then he should do the Bat Vanquish or Bat Banish immediately after he's done spamming the beam attack. Now, once you're banished, quick jump hops will be the fastest way to move over to the Bat Zapper. Go ahead and use that and move on to the next step. So, this next part here, you have to survive for a while with waves of zombies that come in while staying within inside of the circle. You probably all know this, but there's actually the best strategy for this is to just jump up and down, because the zombies AI think you're in an unreachable location, so they'll just stand outside that circle throwing rocks at you, and they will be unable to kill you. So by just jumping in the same spot over and over again, you pretty much become invincible for this step. So while the rest of this time plays out, I'll just kind of explain the other upgrades I'm running. Besides the speed one, which allows me to move faster after getting a kill, I'm also running Vampiric simply for the boss fight. So when I kill a bunch of enemies with the Chili Bean Bomb, it'll refresh my health, because the hardest part of this run is just staying alive in the boss fight and killing them fast enough. I'm also running the combo upgrade, which allows you to refresh your abilities faster when killing multiple enemies. That also comes in play in the boss fight when we're trying to get our Gatling for the second time as fast as possible. So this next step, we go ahead and find the painting. It can spawn in, or the poster, it can spawn in one of 3 locations. This is the furthest location, but it doesn't really matter because there's going to be enough time in between the end of the dialogue and when the gate opens. So Corny Corn is going to have 2 lines of dialogue. After the second line of dialogue, when Find Clue pops up in the top right corner, we can go ahead and search it and move on to the next step. So moving on to the next step, we're going to approach the gate. We have to wait for his dialogue to go. After the first piece of dialogue, the gate will open, and this is where one of our major time skips goes in. As soon as we get to the top of the stairs, we're going to spam the P Gatling and hit Baron Von Bats as fast as possible. So normally he teleports to 4 different locations, but by putting enough damage into him right there, we have him skip 2 of his movable spots and head all the way over to the 4th one. So as you can see, he's already on the billboard. He should have moved to the pile of amps, then to the gas station, then to the billboard, but we have him skip those 2. So you actually don't need to shoot him in this phase. He teleports you the same amount of time no matter what. So what I actually tried to do there was to get a Chili Bean Bomb off right before he got me with the bats, which disables all your abilities. I unfortunately wasn't able to get that off, otherwise it would have given me a little speed boost and possibly saved a second. Here what we're going to do is shoot one of these imps really quick in the tunnel. This will give us a speed boost and allow us to hop over to the Bat Zapper a lot faster. So after activating the Bat Zapper, you can go ahead and play this round like normal. There's really no problems, but you can actually jump up on top of this gas station here and pretty much cheese the rest of this level. Now, one thing to note is if you move further onto the gas station roof, it'll actually endlessly spawn an 80s action hero right by the chest to the right to kind of penalize you for trying to skip this step. So by standing right on the very corner of the gas station, it'll prevent the 80s action hero from spawning, and it'll allow you to essentially just skip this entire part without having to worry about getting killed, because getting killed in these runs is the main reason you're going to lose them. So as you can see though, what we're going to do here is jump off at the last second, put a chili bean bomb down. That'll kill the imps. And then immediately after the bats devour them, we'll get a quick speed boost and head towards the final boss fight. One thing to note is you have to make sure that the bats actually do the devouring before you leave. Otherwise, if you jump out of the circle when they start devouring the enemies, it'll actually kill you instantly and pretty much end your run. So we shoot a chili bean bomb there to get a little bit of extra speed boost. We'll hop over the hedge with our super and then pop up to Baron Von Bats for the cutscene. So now one thing to note is you can actually press skip on the cutscene earlier, but sometimes it glitches out and forces you to watch it. So I always wait about half a second. So now the boss fight here is pretty straightforward. What we want to do is start off with the P Gatling and get as much damage in on him with that as possible. You can see we've got his health bar under half already. Go ahead and put that in. And then we're going to spam the chili bean bomb, which should be refreshed by now. So the chili bean bomb is going to kill those enemies, allowing our Gatling to refresh a little faster and also refresh our health. So here we got some pretty good RNG. This boss fight's a lot of RNG depending on where he spawns. This was a really decent run here. Just going to try to do as much damage as possible. What we're trying to do is get him to a point where once our Gatling refreshes, we can spam the Gatling and kill him with our second Gatling shot. So here we go. He spawns. We got our Gatling in place, and that's the end of the run. So the zombies can still kill you for a second or two here. I just run away really quick. And then the run is going to end as soon as the screen pops up right there. Okay, so now the run's over. My goal was to get this in sub 6. I actually got it in 5 minutes and 49 seconds, which is the best I've ever done. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of failed runs at this. Most of my runs were over 6 minutes before I finally was able to narrow it down, especially with this big skip that you're seeing on screen right now. That's kind of the big thing that really was able to get me under that 6-minute mark. So if you guys enjoyed this video and like to see more of these speedrunning videos and guides, be sure to drop a like in the comments. Speedrunning this game is actually a lot of fun, and I would encourage you to go out there and hop on speedrunning.com and try to beat my high scores. The more competitors, the more fun it is. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.